To you all, I'm just coming in with a very quick energetic observation. I'm going to call this distortion in the field. So, this may or may not be happening to you or around you, and particularly over the past 24 hours. So, if you watched my energy update yesterday, you will know that I was talking about a big X flare that came in during the solar storm CME that's coming in and hitting Earth. And we were up very, very high on the KP index yesterday, not dropping below a 4. And this has been like a trigger, okay? So if we can see these really big solar flares are like triggers to healing, okay? So these really big solar flares come in, they trigger the shadow energetically, and they bring up what's to be healed. Now, it's also creating distortion in the field, because what I'm witnessing is, if people aren't aware of this, okay, and they don't have their awareness on what's happening there, it's triggering old trauma and old cycles, okay? So old cycles of trauma. And, I talk about the shadow, the light, there's like the angel, the devil in the shoulder kind of thing, okay? So if you are being triggered, if there is somebody in your life triggering you, or if there's everybody in your life triggering you, whatever that is, please be aware of the conversation that you're having about that person in your head. Why you're having that conversation, and is that a reflection of actual reality, or is this your shadow self creating more drama, or creating from a trigger of trauma? So these triggers that are coming in, if you're being triggered, whatever it is, please know it's shadow. The shadow does not like the light. The shadow does not like these big pulses of energy that are like booming and hitting the planet, okay? So the shadow goes, ah! And it's creating distortion, and the reason it's creating distortion is by the thoughts in the head. So I have this belief of, our negative thoughts can come from different versions of ourselves, and particularly the negative thoughts can come from the shadow side, the night side, the side of us that the ego side, that part of us, kind of fourth dimensional versions of ourselves that are very self-sabotaging and are very service to self. They can also be, victimhood and all this. So these fourth dimensional energies, they don't like it, and they're like playing these thought structures in their head, in people's minds, and these thought processes might not actually be the intention or what is actually happening within the reality. So if you are being triggered, please pay attention to the thoughts and the conversation that you're having in your head about the person or the situation that is being triggered, and please sit with that. I mean, you don't have to do anything, but if you want to do the work and you want to help and progress yourself forward, then this is just the advice that I would give, okay? So if something is triggering you, please look at the conversation in your head about that trigger, and then please compare that to what the actual reality and what's actually happened is, and do they match? Because there is massive distortion in the field right now, particularly with the masculine energy. Now, if you are you've been surrounded by, if you're triggering people, okay, so if you're the triggerer, which is very, very, if you're embodying a lot of light, and you're shining light out, what happens is you're becoming this mirror to bring out the triggers in others. So you can be triggering people and not even knowing that you're triggering them. And these people can be having these conversations in their head of the distortion in the field. Hope this is making sense. So if you are the person that's being triggered, what we need to be very careful of is the projection. So if we take on that projection of the person, if we take on that trauma, if we take on that victimhood, if we take on whatever energy that person is projecting at us, and we don't transmute it, what happens is we're going to grab that projection and we're going to throw it elsewhere. So it's very contagious. So please be aware, if you're triggering people, of the projection of that person. Try to make sure that you're not catching that projection, because you don't want it, you're actually projecting to somebody else. And by that I mean, you know, that whole, like, you'll go and tell this one this, and then you'll tell the same person the same thing, and then, you know, it just kind of, it increases the drama, it increases the projection, and if you share that energy out, that person will catch it, and if they don't know how to transmute it, they're going to project it, and that's kind of how, you know, it becomes quite infectious, this energy. And that's how during these big storms and these big energy flares, there can be a lot of triggers, there can be a lot of victimhood, there can be all this stuff being brought in, and you can feel it as you're walking about. You know, you can feel these people are like, oh. So anyway, just be aware of distortion in the field. The energies have settled down a little bit today, but I really do think we're in for a wild 72 hours. So as always, stay in the boat. I found this really good saying today that sailors don't learn from, oh, I'm going to put the picture up in here. Sailors don't learn from calm seas, okay? So the storms and these big waves that are coming, and they're all opportunities, okay? They are not barriers, they're opportunities for us to learn and to grow and to heal, and it's a beautiful thing. So let's ride these waves together in the ascension boat. Don't fall off the boat, stay in the boat. I love you.